Misi, welcome back to the Dons. How pleased are you to make your return to the club?
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock, but more just excited, to be honest, to be back at the club and be part of it.
And a really exciting new time for you and a new role for you, and a dual role as well. Tell us a little bit about the coaching side of it, first of all.
Yeah, so the opportunity came. I think it was always my goal to coach, and the opportunity came with Rich, saying that we probably needed more hands-on, and we're growing as a team, and he wanted to add me to the roster. And I was really excited about the opportunity because it's something that I've always wanted to do, and to do it at Doncaster was a blessing as well. And with all the boys that I've played with, it was just overwhelming experience here.
Have you felt like you've been a coach even before you've officially been a coach as well? In these later stages of your playing career.
Yeah, to be honest, I think in my last 2-3 years, it's kind of opened my eyes a bit. Where I've coached, where my playing role when I was playing in my last 2 years probably has changed from when I was a bit younger. Just more of a the way I played was I had to change it just be more of a role model towards the boys, and it's great to get some of the young ones asking you and just being a part of that and helping them out. It showed a real interest in me then, after rugby.
But just before we go on about other stuff, obviously this means that the end of your playing career, you're going to miss that side of stuff?
Yeah, surely, definitely. I've thought about it. I'm happy with the decision, but at the end of the day, I know that there will come a time, and I'll be watching the boys and thinking that I can be out there doing it. But this is how it is sometimes, and I think I've made the right choice at the right time, and just to be around it as well. I think I'd probably miss it more not being around it than being around it, if you know what I mean. But yeah.
What sort of coach do you think you'll be? How do you think you'll be with the lads? How do you think you'll be once you're out there on the training ground or on the sidelines on match day?
Good question. I've always thought about this. And I definitely am going to learn from, I like to observe different coaches and take a lot, because I've always thought playing, I'd be a good coach, but there's so much to it than just knowing the game as well. But it's actually understanding different characters and trying to bring everyone into one group. I think my way, I'm pretty old school. When I was coach, it was just straightforward and straight up and down. But I think they've given me kind of a role where just bringing everyone as a cultural advisor, trying to bring everyone as a group, but then at the same time working with different boys like in the backs and that. And probably the other part of it is just being honest to them, and probably giving it to the boys, being honest, giving them the truth. Sometimes it's probably not gonna go well for them, but this is rugby league, and I've been here I've been given a job to kind of sort everyone out at the same time.
Do you think that's needed? There's been obviously a lot of talk about the club going to the next level, but something like that, some focus like that, can really help kick it on.
Yeah, I think so. I think in the last, say, 3-4 years I've played my rugby, it's a whole new generation, isn't it? And one thing that I did find out is criticism, ownership, where players couldn't really take the criticism and that. And I think we just gotta probably come as a team and understand where we stand and how we can do better. And sometimes criticism and looking at where we need to work on is probably the honest truth. That's the only way the players or, and even us coaches, because I know that we're still learning as well, but I think if we're all honest, I think we'll go a long way.
You touched on the cultural side of it. Can you explain a bit more about how that will work and what you'll be looking at?
Yeah, so culture advisor is just more, we've signed a lot of boys from New Zealand, Samoa, Papua New Guinea and that, and it could be more. It's just trying to bring everyone understanding of our culture, because it's quite similar where we are, and just our upbringing, and the little things of some of the boys come in traditional game day, Samoan traditional, which is, and I know some of the boys don't understand, probably don't ask because they're a bit shy in a way, but I'm just that person that can come in and get everyone together, show our bit of culture, get them to understand. At the same time, we can share each other's culture, and the thing about with any sport is building the culture, winning culture, and it doesn't mean it's our own culture that we've got to build. So yeah, just kind of rallying everyone up and bringing them as one.
Yeah, bringing them as one and make everybody feel comfortable to be part of it, and as you say,
yeah, definitely. I think we've always we're very lucky. Donny's had a group of boys for the last 4 or 5 years who have been here. We've added a few experience, and it's been even really well for us. We've fallen short 2 years, but I think we're ready to go on up and pretty much take it up.
Do you feel, I know you've been away for a year, but do you feel the club has taken strides forward in these last few years?
Yeah, I think the club's worked hard to get the players that we need, the coaches. I think, we've fallen short twice, but I don't think we've gone any worse. But I know that we do need a big preseason, and the players that we have added to this year is going to make that difference. But not only them, I think as a team, we've learned a lot from these last 2 years. So I just think it's going to come down to preseason and how hard it's going to be, and the mental toughness that we'll need throughout the season.
You're looking forward to putting lads through it in pre-season?
Yeah, it's good to be on the other side of the fence, isn't it? So, I've always been someone that's prides myself on fitness, and the boys know that. So I know that they're not going to be probably looking forward to it, but, at the same time, I just want the best for them. And I know probably pushing them to the limits where they go to dark places is only going to make them better.
Feels like you're coming back at a good time for the club. Carl's not been quiet on his ambition about where he wants to take the club in these next few years and push towards Super League, and a journey that you're excited to be part of.
Yeah, I spoke to Carl, and there's always a plan, and that plan was in the next couple of years is getting Donny up there, and I think it's amazing because it's doable. They have the facilities, they have they have everything. The people behind the scenes, and it's just about us and the players doing our hard graft, trying to understand there's more to just the rugby itself, but everyone around it that's got there. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough challenge, but, I think we'll overcome it.